Grandpa, it's another video of Dead by Daylight. My name is Cubeproductions. Today we're using Skull Merchant, as always. Using a really dumb build that is not good, but we're gonna have fun using it. This build focuses on basically breaking pallets and walls extremely quickly. So the first part we're using, of course, will be Brutal Strength, which makes us be able to break walls and pallets quickly. We have THWACK. Whenever we break a wall or a pallet, we basically get to see the aura of every single survivor who is 36 meters from the broken pallet or wall, and they will scream and they reveal their aura for 5 seconds. Of course, we have Score Trick Pain Resonance. We all know what Perk does. Basically, we hook a survivor for the first time. The gym with the most progress automatically loses 20% and starts regressing if we hook them on a Scourge hook. And then lastly, we have Dead Man Switch. Basically, very simple. If a survivor were to be hooked and then any other survivor will get off a generator on any generator, literally, it will automatically block for 50 seconds, which pairs really well with THWACK, considering how we can basically make the survivor scream, which will count as an interruption, which gets them off the generator, so it will block the gen. We have Ultrasonic Speaker to make survivors become scanned faster, and we have GFR Readout to make us be able to basically get Brutal Strength twice, allowing us to get a 40% breaking speed, and you'll see why that's really, really important as we get to the matches. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for all the support y'all show the channel. Make sure you also join the Discord server. Link will be in the description. I also want to say thank y'all for joining the Discord server. I love chatting y'all in there. Make sure you also push your builds if you have any builds you want me to use. Without further ado, let's get straight to the game so I can show you how great Skull Merchant is and how great this build is. Okay, playing on Lampkin Lane. A really interesting map for Skull Merchant. I feel like I haven't played this map in a long time, actually, on my channel, and then just with Skull Merchant in general. This map is really weird because a lot of the loops, you can just basically use your drones and kind of counter the survivors, but also the loops here are kind of annoying as well, so we'll see what happens. First things first, we go to the main building like usual, and we're going to slice the survivors back, allowing us to get a free hit and basically kill her because she decided to jump down outbound landing, and she has nowhere to go, and she can't make the pallet because of how far away it is. And we get a really, really quick, easy down. Very simple. And the reason why I went to the main building, by the way, was because in this update, they kind of changed how survivors and killers spawn. Basically, I believe survivors spawn almost always next to each other, unless they bring a special offering. And the killer always spawns in the opposite direction of the survivors, which means that you're not going to have those moments where you spawn in the middle of a map and you have to basically guess what the survivors are, or one survivor spawns across the map and the other 3 spawn near you, which means that basically one gen across the map is going to get completed no matter what because you're nowhere near it, and then the other survivors are going to be near you, so you obviously are going to want to go after them instead. That way they don't complete a closer gen faster than you can actually get them off the gen. That makes any sense. So because of how they changed the spawns, it made it easier for me to realize where I should go. So this guy's going to try to mind game me, and I'm like, you're doing pretty well, but the problem is, if you go against Skull Merchant and I use my drone correctly, you're going to get scanned multiple times, and eventually you're going to get injured. So he's actually playing really, really well. He's not getting scanned, but this is a second scan, which means one more time he's going to get injured, and he's going to crouch, but I'm going to move it. That way he automatically gets hit by it. Now he's injured. Now at this point, I'm going to make sure the drone hits him at the perfect time where his hindered status effect basically lasts as long as possible. That way there's no way he can drop the pallet down before I hit him. So I'm going to pick him up, pray no one goes for a pallet save, and hook him here. Not going to use a Scorcher. Also, I forgot to mention it. Oh, I said it in the beginning of the video, but they buffed THWACK this patch, and basically, THWACK used to do. It's so weird. THWACK used to do what it does now, where basically it had 36 meter terror rating, 36 meter range where it activated, and then it would show the auras of survivors, and they would scream. Also, Kobe destroyed her. I feel kind of bad, but I also, she was trying to do the generator. She heard my terror radius, but she was like, "I'm gonna do a gen anyway, because I know this guy has Dead Man Switch," and as a result, they died for it. So yeah, I guess you could say they made their choice. Okay, I'm not funny. I'm sorry. But anyway, so because they buffed the THWACK and made it so that way it goes back to 36 meters, but then they also made it so that way it also has 3 stacks automatically. That means that now THWACK basically is a 36 meter break a wall pallet or reading perk that also makes her scream, which interrupts her actions, and you can use it more than once. That's why THWACK was so bad when it first came out, because it only worked once. And it only worked, and you only got, I believe you only got a token every time a generator got completed or something like that. That's so weird. No, like, you only got a token, you got a new token every single time you hooked the survivor, but the problem was you only had 1 token. So once you used it, it was gone. And that was the reason why it was so bad. But I like THWACK how it is now. Also, the fact that it's one of Scrum Merchant's main perks in general makes it even better. So right here, I knew this girl was gonna go for the save, so I purposely went back to the hook, and I'm gonna go get this girl injured and down her. And basically, they went a trade. Now, keep in mind, I have literally not even used one single THWACK yet. And the whole point of this build is to basically use THWACK and break walls extremely quickly. Now, this map has no breakable walls anyway. And I kind of hate the fact that I feel like no map should have breakable walls, to be honest. But, like, this map has none at all, so it's kind of weird to be using THWACK in this situation. And because I haven't chased a single survivor who's dropped a pallet yet, I literally haven't even used THWACK. So I'm kind of just, like, concerned. So right here, I see Dwight. And luckily, like I said before, no balance landing. So, no lie. Did I chase Dwight here before? Yeah, I did. But Dwight never had balance landing. It seems like no one here has balance landing, thankfully. And that means that I have a high chance to just destroy them. So, because Dwight doesn't have balance landing, he basically got staggered. And now he is going to have to drop this pallet or he's going to die. So, he's going to drop it. I'm going to break that. And activate THWACK. Now I can see exactly what his survivors are. And notice how fast I brought that pallet, by the way. He got, like, no distance. So, I'm going to put a drone down again. That way I automatically can get my geographical readout, meaning that basically, I hate trees, meaning that basically if I break this pallet now, it'll get broken really, really fast. Luckily for me, he is claw trapped, which means he can't even use that hard if he wanted to. So I'm gonna pick him up quickly, that way I don't get pallet saved, but instead I get flashlight saved. I'm like, oh my gosh, why? But this is where I realized that, well, I didn't realize this, but this is when I learned that THWACK is an amazing perk. Where basically, as you'll see when we continue chasing the girl with the flashlight, this perk is actually really funny when it comes to how it interacts with flashlights. So basically, we're going to chase this girl now, and they're new gens. I could have easily went after the girl who got unhooked the first time and just murdered her, but I tried not to do it because I was like, I feel kind of bad, so I didn't do it. So right here, this girl is going to basically get second scan. And keep in mind, I don't even have my geographical readout right now, which means that basically I'm gonna break this pallet just for brutal strength alone. But instead of breaking the pallet, I would rather get her claw trap first. That way I can, you know, get her claw trap. But the problem is she's like, lol, no, you thought I'm not getting scanned the second time, and she runs away. But luckily, I find Dwight, who goes basically right in front of me. So I'm like, I should be able to get a hit on Dwight. But I ended up deciding not to chase him at all, just in case a survivor is actually on this gen. Which is no one's on this gen. Then I do a general across the entire map, and that's when I realized I should probably have killed that one girl when I had the chance, because I kind of forget I am playing Scrum Merchant, which means if I had played nice and have mercy, I lose the game. Meanwhile, I was playing Clone like Blight, and I had mercy, I still win the game because I'm going to go across the entire map at Mach 80, so I don't have to worry. So right here, this girl got claw trapped because she just ran into a drone, so she slowed down just enough to where I should be able to hit her. But I missed, because I'm bad at the game. So this time, we're going to try again. This time, she should be slowed down just enough where I should be able to hit her. And because I hit her, she got knocked away from the pallet, which means that she can't even get for a flashlight save. Well, for a pallet save. And we're going to hook her on a Scorch hook, which will activate my Deadman switch and block the gen with the most progress, which is not that one. Well, it is that one with the most progress, but no, actually on that gen. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go over here and try and go towards these two generators. And the reason I went over here is I realized I had not been over here one time, which means there's probably a survivor over here. So I'm untouchable. They don't know where I'm coming from, but then my untouchable goes away. The gen gets blocked, and the girl basically dies because she ends up falling down, which means that the speed buff she got from being hit goes away. And because she doesn't have balance landing, she gets staggered, and basically I down her really quickly. And I believe she's on her second hook. I could be wrong though. Let me see. Second hook, yep. And then I see this generator automatically has all its progress, so I'm like, low no. So now we're gonna go back towards the original hook and try and go to the main building, but I saw a scratch mark, so I was like, wait a minute, someone's back inside the main building. So I expect there to be someone trying to go for the gen, but instead she falls back down again. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but because she's staggered, I should be able to get a hit like I just did. And then I'm like, let me go after you, because I believe you're dead on hook, so it makes more sense to go after you instead of anybody else. I put a drone right here, just that way if she gets scanned by it, I get a speed buff. Which he does, he's scanned by it, and he's claw trapped. So I'm like, yes. So now I should be able to easily hit her, but I gotta move this drone because I placed it so far away that I was like, well, I can get her, but I have to place it in a really weird way. So luckily for me, she kind of just misplayed and ran straight into the drone and got obliterated. So now I'm gonna hook her on a score trick. I already used my score trick per residence with her, I believe. And then the Dwight's like, ah ha ha, I did the gen. I'm like, okay. But it doesn't really matter because I killed somebody, murder. And now I'm gonna go back towards this gen over here because I know that's where the save happened, and also I know this gen has progress on it, so I'm scared it'll get completed. And I was right. Literally, this girl was like, I must do this generator no matter what. I'm like, okay, I missed. Kind of bad at the game. And then I hit her. And this is the part where I realized I need to actually get this girl out of the game or I'm going to lose. And I believe this girl's on her second hook as well. I don't think she's even dead. But I learned something new. THWACK is really good. Because look what happens. She tries to flashlight at me. Doesn't work because of the fact that she screams. And then because she screamed, it activated THWACK. I saw where she was. I saw where he was. And she basically wasted her time because the screen, like basically, you know, she stood near the pallet to flashlight me. That way she could get distance while I can't see. But this time, instead of me getting blinded, she ends up just wasting time. And I end up getting a free hit because she literally tried to do that. And that's when I learned, and it made me realize that THWACK might be even better than I thought it was. And it's really interesting because it's like, I didn't even know if THWACK could do that. Like, I really did not know that. And it's not even, it has nothing to do with like THWACK being buffed or anything. It's literally just the fact that they make you scream. So when a survivor tries to use a flashlight, it just doesn't work. And then I'm gonna go back over here again. I know survivors are back on this gen because it's the smartest option to be at. So I'm gonna hit this girl. Now she's gonna try and mind game this pallet, but because of the fact that I have brutal strength plus geographical readout, I'm going to break this pallet insanely fast. THWACK it, and then we're going to proceed to know exactly where she is, and because I can see her aura and it lasts for 6 whole seconds, I'm going to try and mind game this one. I'm going to swing. I miss. Luckily for me though, she does not actually decide to what's it called, draw the pallets. I don't get stunned. But right here I'm like, you know what, I'm done with you. I'm gonna go after you because you have a flashlight, and that means that you're gonna try and go for a flashlight save. So I was like, I'm gonna go after you instead, and I realized she has her 99 sprint burst, which means that I can easily down her and she has no dead heart. Perfection. So I'm gonna pick her up and we're gonna kill her because she's dead on hook. Just kidding. And instead she has the side strike. And I hate that. Not really I hate that, but it's like, I was thinking about it when I was playing the game. I said, this is so stupid. Because I'm like, if I didn't down her, she goes for a flashlight save and I lose the game. If I do down her like I just did, well then she goes for, she gets the side strike and doesn't even die because this game is stupid. And basically she has the ability to go for a flashlight save without having to actually get penalized for it. So it's like really weird. It's really weird gameplay. I'm not really mad about it, but I kind of thought about it. I'm like, really? There was no option. It was either don't go after her and lose or go after her and have a chance. So right here, this girl goes for a really good at her actually, and I was like, wow, I'm mad. But it's fine because of this reason. She's gonna drop down this pallet, stuns me, but it doesn't matter because we have THWACK. So we know exactly where she is. So we're gonna mind game. She's like, I'm gonna go this way. I'm like, actually, I don't care where you're going. You're going to die. I love THWACK. Like literally, I'm having so much fun just using THWACK, and it's kind of funny because I never would have thought this would have been so good. But denying flashlights, and breaking gens really fast, and then it's just really fun. Also, I do like using brutal strength plus geographical readout. I just wish that geographical readout was like 30 or 40% instead of 20, but it's fine. I like when they buff, like when they have that perk, or they have the add-on have like bigger numbers, because it makes it even more fun to use. But Sword Merchant can't have anything in this world, so. But anyway, we're gonna go after Dwight, and luckily for me, this is a, what's it called? He has a balance landing, and also that window is blocked. Not window. What's it called? That generator is blocked, which means that that gen can't be completed by the other survivor. So that means that the only thing she can do, she's like, oh, I give up. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I'm gonna go easily hook him right here. He's not dead on hook, by the way. Use my last scroll trigger pin resonance on the other generator because I get scroll trigger pin resonance does not work on gens that are blocked. So I know this girl's right here. She gets cloud trap thing from me. I'm gonna move the drone far like this. That way I can try and get her the way I can get her scanned. Because you know you can't put a drone too close to a hook. So she's gonna try and flashlight me, but she forgot that I have THWACK. So she literally ends up wasting her time and dying as a result. And I expected dead heart, even though I kind of forgot she had sprint burst, so I don't know why I even did that. But then I'm gonna hook her, and she's going to die. And Dwight's like, I'm done, and he's like, I surrender. And this is the reason why I love THWACK. That was a perfect game where I didn't even tunnel, and I literally won because this girl tries to flashlight twice, and instead she gets cloud trap, slowed down, and THWACKed. It's great. But anyway, that was the first game. Let's see what perks the survivors are running, and let's see what they're doing. And then let's go to the second game, so I can show you how great this build is. Of course, they have a syringe, because why wouldn't they? Like, I don't understand. This game sucks so much. But anyway, let's go to the next game, so I can show you how great this build is. Okay, playing on the Coal Tower. I like this map a lot, actually, with Storm Merchant, because this map is not that big and also pretty good, and the loots aren't terrible. The only thing about this map I kind of hate is depending on how the gen spawn, but like that's just Debedella in general. But like I told y'all the last game, because of how the spawns are now, I basically already know where the survivors are going to be at. They're going to be at one of these 3 gens. Because if I spawn across the map, THWACK, by the way, he screams. I know exactly where he is. If I spawn across the entire map, that means he spawned most likely here or somewhere else. I'll make him fall down, but then I realized I heard somebody else fall, so I'm going to go after them instead. Because of my geographical readout, I actually vault that window much faster. We're going to break this pallet instantly fast, thanks to geographical readout and our brutal strength. And then you can go towards the next pallet, but it doesn't really matter, because again, I can just break it really fast if I really need to. So I'm going to break this. She screams, and I still see where she is. But I realize I don't really want to chase her. I kind of want to get this guy off this gen, just in case he's on this gen. I might not break that wall yet. That way I can activate the whack on it. I know he's up here. He falls down. Kick the pallet. Well, not kick it back. Kick the gen. And I'm going to go after him. Because at the moment, I'm kind of in a bad position. I know where the survivors are, but I haven't got anybody injured at all. So I'm going to try and scan him with this drone. But he actually is pretty good. And he actually evades it. How you're supposed to evade Scrum Merchant drones, by the way. And then I want to go after this girl. Then I realized that, wait a minute. That gen got completed immediately. Then this girl's like, ha, I did it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going after you. Because normally when a survivor tries to teabag, it's just a waste of time, to be completely honest. So instead, I'm going to go after the girl who I had originally found, which is Ada. I'm going to mind game her, hit her throat. Yes. Then we're going to mind game right here. And do it again. And this time, I'm going to hide my red stain to make it seem like I'm bossing the window again. Which makes her actually get confused, and she ends up getting down. I'm a little surprised, honestly, that worked. It was kind of a gamble, if I'm being completely honest. But I did it anyway, because I was like, I'm already behind. I need to do something to try and get ahead. So we're going to hook her on a score trick, and this will activate that med switch, which will hopefully be able to get us back into the game. Now that med switch is activated, well, yeah, now that med switch is activated, with the gen with the most progress, well, not the gen with the most progress, but whatever gen to get off of, will automatically turn off. Put a drone right here so I can move a tiny bit faster, thanks to the haste effect. Slice his back open. He could have probably done the pallet, but I feel like it would have traded. Now he can do the pallet, but because of THWACK and then we have brutal strength, we're gonna break that, see exactly where he's going, and be able to basically destroy him. So he's gonna get towards this window over here, which is really annoying. I'm gonna try to have my red stain, that way he doesn't know where I'm coming from. But he's really smart, and he actually knows that the only way I can really go is one way. So right here, he's gonna try to drop this pallet. Dropped it the wrong way. I didn't expect him to drop it like that, so I kind of hesitated on trying to hit him. But once I realized he dropped it like that, I was like, okay, now I gotta actually hook him immediately. Well, now I gotta hurry up and swing. Then we're gonna activate damage switch again on the exact same generator, and this way they can't do that gen, which is really useful because that gen's right next to me, and it gives me pressure. So now I don't even have to worry about that gen for 50 seconds. I will go after Ada again because Ada is on her second hook, and it makes more sense to go after the girl who's on her second hook than it does to go after somebody else. And also, I'm pretty sure Ada was on that generator, which means that she does not have his strike or any of those perks. She's going to vault this pallet immediately. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Sadly for me, I was unable to get a scan on her, so I didn't get my speed buff. But it's fine because I have THWACK, so I know exactly where she is. Now, I can't activate THWACK on this one because I don't have any more tokens. But what I can do is I can break the wall and chase her. I heard her fall down over here, which means she's going to go back to the water window. But I missed the hit because of the fact that I was not fast enough. But it's fine. We're going to go after her anyway. On the radar, I know exactly where she is. She's going to go towards this window. The pallet's on the other side, so because of this reason, I know I can claw trap her. But I thought I had enough time to hit her, but I was wrong. So she's going to literally make the pallet, make the window, and go back towards the main building. But I believe there's not really anywhere she can go. She can't vault the window, because I did break the wall, so it's not really a safe window anymore. Now, what is safe, however, is this dumb pallet. There's no way I'm going to hit her, so I have to place down a drone to try and slow her down, and then mind game. So we're going to slow her down by putting a drone down and go back the other way. Turn it so I can get a speed buff and slow her down at the same time. And this should be enough to hopefully be able to catch her before she can make it to the pallet. There we go. Make sure you place your drone like that, little tip. Because basically you're giving the survivor an 8% hinder, which will be 10% if you have the green add-on, or if you have battle targeting processor. And this hinder lasts for, I believe, 6 seconds. But you're also giving yourself a 5% haste buff. So combine both those things together, you're moving at 120% movement speed, while the survivor is moving at 90%, which is really, really good for you and not for them. So I recommend you try your hardest to make sure you get the survivors, what's it called, hindered, while you also get the haste. So right here, now I feel like, if I'm not gonna lie, if Skull Merchant if Skull Merchant can scan survivors, if she had 2 scan lines and she can scan survivors with her when they're doing, what's it called, rushed actions, I feel like she would be so much better. But the fact she can't even do that is just so sad. So right here, I know exactly where she is and where she's going because of the fact that I can see her aura. So I'm gonna swing right here. Didn't realize I wasn't close enough, but it's fine because I'm a mind game my red stain. And then she didn't know where I was going. So I'm gonna hook her and pray no one goes for the stupid annoying pod save, but luckily no one did. Her going to score trick and activate my dead man switch, but dead man switch has already been activated because I already hooked the last girl and then someone got off the gen. So now the main building generator is blocked for 50 seconds, so I don't have to worry about that. Now you're probably wondering, Cubeproductions, aren't you like where you're gonna lose this game because of the fact that you only have 1 gen left? Yes. But because of the fact that I still have 2 more score trick pin resonances, the survivors 3 gen themselves, and also I have THWACK, I literally have basically all the information and power I need to be able to stop the survivors from actually doing the gens. So no need to worry, as Don would say from Pokemon. I literally have the ability to easily win this game. So I know you're gonna draw this pallet probably, but he actually didn't. So I was like, oh, okay. Mind game myself going that way, make him blow the pallet, and swing. We're going to down him. And because of the fact that the dead man switch is about to be unactivated, I'm going to hook this guy, which will reactivate dead man switch, which hopefully will get the survivors off of one of the 3 gens, most likely the generator up top. So I'm going to realize that no one's on the gen to the right. I'm going to go up here. I hear somebody on the gen. They're going to block the gen. Ada's going to get out the generator, and Ada, I believe, is dead on hook, actually. So I'm going to definitely try and kill her if I can. I'm going to try and just go this way and see if she'll vault the window, but she actually does not vault the window, which means she went back up top. But it's, well, lie, she actually went to that one pallet from last time. But this time she's not quad trapped, so the chance of me actually being able to down her is like really, really low. So I'm going to get hit by a pallet, break this, see exactly where she is and where everyone else is if they're inside my 36-meter radius. Then I realized this girl's trying to body block because she's smart and she knows that Ada's dead on hook. And I want to go after Ada because of the fact she's dead on hook, but I also don't want to explore this giant area of the map because I know survivors will try and, what's it called, do a generator. So I chose to not actually go after Ada because I don't want the survivors to do the generators behind my back while Ada is being chased. So I'm gonna go back over here, and I realized that I haven't checked that generator across the map in a long time. So we're gonna go over there. After we check this gen, I heard somebody up here, and luckily the girl's injured, so I'm gonna kill her. Well, I'm gonna down her, hook her, activate that man switch. Hopefully we can activate our score trip and resonance, and as you can see, we actually can, because it's actually right here. And if you can hear, this generator is almost being completed, which is fine by me, because we can now block it, and it lost 20% automatically. But I didn't see anyone go for the save, so I'm like, wait a minute, I don't see scratch marks, besides on the right. So I know one goes to behind this tree, and the other one, who is the the ace, he's like, I'm gonna go for the save. I'm like, okay. So now, only one of these 3 gens actually has a lot of progress on it, but again, no one can work on it because it's blocked. So I'm not really that worried. I'm gonna scan this guy. Sadly, I don't get a C buff. I'm gonna swing and get stuck on the wall, so I ended up not actually swinging correctly, but it's fine because he's gonna hide right there for some reason. I don't know why. And as you can see, THWACK information, I know exactly where everyone is, literally. So he's gonna go up there. I'm not even gonna chase him. Instead, I'm gonna go back towards this generator over here because I know all these survivors are gonna try and do the generator the second it gets unblocked. I know the Famen's right here, so I'm gonna go after her. And then we're gonna go hook Ada and kill her because Ada is dead on hook. So it makes more sense to try and murder her if we can. And that's why I'm not really worried about this game. Also, I'm talking too fast. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to commentate this really kind of intense game. It's actually a really good game because I have been recording a lot of Skull Merchant content for y'all. And the reason why I haven't uploaded in a while, by the way, even though like I try to upload consistently, is because of the fact that Springtrap came out, and ever since Springtrap came out, the killer queues have been so long. Like, it takes like 10, 15 minutes to get into one game because everyone's trying to play killer and everyone's trying to play Springtrap. Also, I'm gonna mind game my red stain right here and try and catch him off guard, but he actually tries to just go hug the corner, so I don't actually get to really mind game anything. But it's fine. I should be able to hit him before he makes it to the pallet. I'm not really worried about them doing gens now because that man switch activated and that one generator has a lot of has like 70 probably progress on it. So the chance of them completing it before I get back over there is really low, unless they double team it. But also I knew he was dead on hook too, so I had to try and kill Ace before he did anything. But yes, the reason why I haven't uploaded in a little bit is because killer queues are just so long that it's just honestly really annoying to try and even play. And another reason why I'm gonna use THWACK right here. THWACK, I know exactly where everybody is. One girl's trying to do the generator, and the other girl's trying to do the other generator. So I'm gonna go after the girl over here because I know the gen probably has way more progress than the other one, which she does. And then she's just not even gonna try and get off the gen. She's like, I give up. I'm like, I understand. But because the killer queue time is so long, it is hard to make content. Then the second reason why it's hard to make content is because of the fact that I was gonna try and use some of Springtrap's new perks. Phantom Fear, Haywire, and Help Wanted. But they all kind of suck, to be honest. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like all his perks are garbage, on Scar Merchant at least, and they're really good on other killers. Like, for example, Haywire got nerfed for some reason. I don't know why. It was already not even good, and then they got nerfed. I don't know why. Help Wanted is super niche. And then Phantom Fear is amazing, but it's just not really good on Scar Merchant. So that's the reason why I was kind of reluctant to even post content. I was like, I don't even know what to post anymore because these perks aren't it. Now, surprisingly, the girl didn't go for the girl with borrow time didn't decide to try and body block for her teammate. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna just kill this girl instead and hook her. And that's the second reason why. But the third reason why I haven't uploaded really is because of the fact that, like I told you before, if you join the Discord server, you know what I'm talking about. But my game is really sweaty. But as you can see on the right, we have 2 perks that are useful for gens, and we have 2 kind of not really meme perks, but 2 really good perks that work with Skull Merchant, but aren't really meta. And that's kind of how I like to play. I like to play with cool, interesting perks. But the problem is, I have to use Score Trick Pin Resonance in every single game, or I lose. And I have to use Grim Embrace or Dead Man Switch, or both, in every game, or I lose, because Score Merchant is just so bad that not using Gen Regression perks means I want to get Gen Rush and lose the game. So that's the reason why you see. Also, if you notice that they did do 3 gens in like, I don't know, a minute, basically, of each other at the most. So it's like, I got literally obliterated when it comes to generators. Also, I have to make sure I check to see like if where the hatch is gonna spawn. I can't remember there was a offering or not, and it was not. But yeah, it just like those are the reasons why I haven't uploaded in a while. It is hard to not really hard to post content, but it's hard to post the type of content I like to post, which is cool, interesting videos with different perks. When the survivors can just obliterate you in 17 seconds, this is really difficult. But it doesn't really matter because I had a lot of fun actually in this game. And if you had a lot of fun watching the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I read every single comment, and of course, I love reading all y'all's comments, so make sure you leave as many as possible. Secondly, make sure you also join the Discord server. Link will be in the description. It's a place where you can chat, like I said before, and post all your builds in the Discord server. And I love also talking to everybody in there as well. But anyway, I will see y'all in the next video. Have a nice day.